Hey guys, Daugherty here, IFBB Pro and owner of CT Barbell Gym. Here today to talk to you about NBS training solutions. I have been with Joe probably for the past 4 years or so. Definitely owe a lot of my recent success and continuations and gains in the gym to Joe and his philosophies and NBS. A lot of people say, why do you need a trainer? You've been in the gym 25 years plus before working with Joe. You've had success on the bodybuilding stage prior to working with Joe. Answer is he definitely helped in his philosophies and training and methods and cues, helped me take my physique to the next level. I don't think I'd still even be a competitive bodybuilder today if it wasn't for his methods, his techniques, his philosophies. I definitely think I've made a lot of progress since working with him and using the training methods that him and his style lend to. Prior to him, I never used a logbook, did not really train in a progressive overload type system. And I think that has made a dramatic change in both my physique and also in the longevity that I will hopefully have in this sport. Definitely, I kind of went into the gym every day with no more of a plan than today's chest day, today's leg day. No exercise selection, no idea of prior weights or rep ranges that I used. And pretty much prior to working with Joe, I'd say for 10 years straight, probably did the same workout, same weights, little progression the entire time. Whereas now working with Joe, I'm able to, progress from week to week, from workout to workout, by tracking, by using his methods, by using his the training blocks that he sets up, and it definitely has made a difference in my training. It has also made a difference in my philosophy in the gym. I don't have a bad workout anymore. A lot of times I go into the gym just to go through the motions and not make any progress. Basically feeling that just showing up was enough. And I did get away with that for a while. You know what I mean? I was consistent. Thankfully, I do have decent genetics. I was consistent in the nutrition aspect. So I did make some progress, but I left tons of progress on the table by not having this in place years prior to working with Joe. And I think, again, with Joe, I don't have a bad training session. I have numbers to meet. I have a plan every day I walk into the gym. And I have to execute that plan, and there's basically no excuse to it. So if I have a day that I'm feeling off, feeling lazy, feeling like I don't want to work hard, it doesn't matter. You have to go in, you got to beat your numbers from the week before, and you walk out doing so, and you walk out with progress. And progress is what leads to muscle growth week in and week out. So definitely that has been a huge game changer for me. The techniques that he has and the cues of different, for exercises, has also made a massive difference as well. I definitely feel like I've gone from moving weight around to working out a muscle. And there's a massive difference. We're not power lifters. I don't want to be a power lifter. I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to target specific muscles and through specific exercises and get a specific response. And in doing so, a lot of that had to check your ego at the door, lighten the load, work on execution and form to target exactly what you were trying to accomplish versus just moving a weight from point A to point B, which didn't really necessarily help with growth. So definitely that has been a massive difference for me as well. Being an older bodybuilder, I think by working on form, checking the ego, lowering the weights, and focusing on execution has also helped me as well to stay injury-free in the gym. Probably going to prolong my days in the gym as a result to the way he has me training, and basically focusing on form. And basically the weight is irrelevant. It's how you execute the movement and using just enough weight to make it work. And then from there, progressing slowly from week to week to week, whether it be through reps or through weight, to maintain, an increase in hypertrophy from week to week to week. So that has been a huge help as well. Also, the other change I made with going to Joe is kind of going through a push-pull legs versus a bro split. I did a bro split probably for 20 years, and it took me a little while to come around, but there's definitely the science behind it in terms of hitting a muscle twice a week versus once a week is almost undisputed at this point. And I've definitely seen, a change as well. You want to be able to hit the muscle and basically hit it again as soon as it is recovered. And doing 7 days in between for a lot of muscles, if not all muscles, is probably not ideal. So kind of, taking that philosophy as well in terms of the execution, in terms of the blocks and the time off in between the rest days and how often we're hitting the muscle has been a huge difference as well. All in all, everything he's shown me has been extremely helpful. I think some of the the exercise decisions and choices, things that I've never seen before. Again, been in the gym 25 years, never seen some of the movements before, definitely movement patterns. They've definitely helped, especially in weaker area parts that I was having a hard time connecting with. We found ways to connect with that muscle without other body parts taking over. Again, being a bodybuilder, to isolate the particular muscle that we're trying to focus and work on versus just moving a weight and having the whole body come into play. So that has also been a huge help as well. Definitely very, grateful for having, the opportunity to work with him. I think anybody should be open-minded to hearing new things. Again, does not matter how long you've been in the gym. It's been 30 years in the gym. I'm learning something new every day. There's something you can always improve upon. Joe himself, who's been doing this forever, he's a research junkie. He's learning stuff new every day and applying it to his clients. And you got to evolve with the times, and you always want to try to better yourself, be more knowledgeable. And there are people out there that are more knowledgeable, and you should work with them and feed off of them and absorb everything that they have to give you. Any top bodybuilder, these days has a coach, and have multiple coaches, whether it be they have someone for nutrition, they have someone for training, they have someone for posing, just to specialize in what they need. So no one is above and beyond being coached. Even the best of the best need and have that. And a second eye and a second opinion and a second brain through the whole process is beyond helpful. And someone who's with as much knowledge behind him and experiences behind him as Joe has been extremely beneficial for me. So anyone out there, I would wholeheartedly recommend working with Joe on any level. Even if it's just a few times, just to kind of see how his methods are, to break down your form, build it back up, and just to be more conscious of the way you're doing an exercise and to be more productive in doing an exercise. I promise you'll see the results from day one with him. You'll use half the weight, a quarter of the weight, and be 10 times more sore than you've ever been. So it's definitely, I wholeheartedly endorse him. If anybody has any questions or, whatsoever in terms of, his approach and how my experience has been, I would absolutely welcome any opportunity to speak with you. And again, it's definitely been a game changer. And I think, like I said, it took me to the next level from, a competitive bodybuilder to now, a pro bodybuilder, and still, at it, and then hopefully improving and to do something on the pro level. I attribute a lot of that to him, and definitely it's made the gym fun again. It's made, seeing progress every day and week to week in the gym makes it fun. It keeps it fun, and he's definitely something that he has helped me tremendously with. So again, if you guys have the opportunity, I would definitely reach out to him, pick his brain for all his worth, and I know you will definitely not regret it.